time again. Looking good. Hey, come on in, guys. Welcome.
Let's celebrate.
Yeah,
Christmas is alive.
Christmas. All right. Well, you know, guys, it is kind of funny that this is kind of an unofficial tradition, and it's kind of catching on. I will say that I've always wondered if it's another trick of consumerism, trying to get me to separate myself from my money. And what I've concluded is there's no other holiday between July 4th and Labor Day. So that's really a possibility. But I'm glad that we could get together anyways, and we don't have to celebrate because of that.
Right. Yeah, I'm so glad that we all get to share our different cultures together and that we can all celebrate together.
Yeah.
Yeah, each and one of us have experienced holiday and each in our own traditions. And we wanted to share some of that information with each other.
Traditions create memories from the past that we can carry into the future.
Celebrations are a very special way to make memories. Each of us are going to share about food, presents, cultural traditions, and family traditions that have meaning to us.
Wait, but I'm a Muslim and we don't celebrate Christmas, we celebrate Eid. According to Yahoo.com, accessed on 8 July 2015, Eid is celebrated on the first day of Islamic month of Shawwal on sighting of the crescent moon. The Muslim makes suway, which is like a Pakistani dessert made of milk. And in the morning, what do you guys make?
Hey, before we talk about food, let's sit down.
Yes.
Move your neck for sure.
Yeah, right behind you there. Just pull it up.
All right.
Yes.
Well, in my country, which is Mexico, we say that it wouldn't be Christmas without the tamales. Tamales are the main component of a tradition in a Mexican Christmas feast. It takes the whole family to make them, but at the end, it's worth it because they are delicious.
They look good. Okay, and the Swedes are known for smorgasbord. We have all kinds of fish. Lutefisk, which smells really bad and tastes rather bland, but we have it every year. And then we have sardines and herring and cod, some salmon, a lot of smoked foods, but I'll tell you, out of everything at that smorgasbord, meatballs are my favorite. And I serve them with lingonberry. So I am going to pull them out of the oven. I brought some for us today. And I actually brought lingonberry sauce too. And we can share that in a little while.
Sounds good.
So when my relatives come from Sweden, which they come every couple of years, we have a lot of pastries.
Speaking of pastries, my family focuses mainly on desserts. We do all sorts of things. Everybody pretty much brings their own stuff. My grandma loves to make pies, but one thing that's always stuck with us is cupcakes because they're easy and everybody in our family likes them, from my grandparents all the way down to my youngest cousins.
Wow, that's interesting. Okay, so I know about food now. I want to know about presents. What do you guys do for presents? We usually give money instead of presents, but some people give presents too.
Well, in my country, children in Mexico don't celebrate December 25th as the day children receive their presents. The children in my country actually get their presents on January 6th, which is Dia de los Tres Reyes, the Three Kings Day. And this is a day that we remember how the wise men brought their gifts to Jesus.
And it's after Christmas.
Yes.
So you get a little break from
Yes.
all that consumerism at Christmas time.
You get
That's
good
cool.
deals too.
Well, in our family, we always put up the tree right after Thanksgiving so we can enjoy Thanksgiving fully also. That's the time that we give Thanksgiving to each other. And we put up our stockings on December 13th because that's the Santa Lucia Day. And that day is the start of the Christmas season in Sweden. So in our stockings, children give us gifts of candy to their parents and to each other. And then as parents, we give them money and gift cards and some more candy, but they have to wait to Christmas Day to open up their stockings. And then on Christmas Eve, we have a smorgasbord for our entire family. And we do a grab bag so that everybody in the family gets one present and we spend a limit of $50. And then there's other gifts that are welcome. If somebody wants to make something, they can do that. And we also do a little game in the family that we guess who we think has the other person in the grab bag, and whoever wins gets to go first in opening up their present.
Oh, it's like
Sounds
Secret
like
Santa.
fun.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah. With my family for presents, we always buy all our presents, put them all under the tree for like a week and a half before, so it's like pure torture staring at them all. But we're not allowed to open anything until Christmas morning. The stockings, anything from each other, anything like that. And even though me and my siblings are almost 20, or all of us are almost over 20, my dad still will not let us open anything. And we've tried, and he still refuses. So in the morning, Christmas morning is like the best because we get to open everything all at once.
It's tradition.
I know. I bet presents and food aren't the only things that we differ from. So what about cultural traditions? With me, my family does decorating the Christmas tree together, and we put it in our living room, and we decorate it with ornaments, and everything is glass because my mom makes it all like look pretty and together and everything like that. And according to whychristmas.com, which I accessed on July 8th, 2015, which talks about Christmas traditions all around the world, it tells us that the United States isn't the only place that decorates Christmas trees. They do it in Greenland, and they do it in Argentina. They just do it slightly different than we do.
Well, in my culture, everyone dresses up, and some people go visit graveyards to pray for departed family members before starting their day. And talking about dressing up, do you guys want to see what I brought for Eve?
Yeah.
Yes. Oh my god, it's so beautiful.
Wow.
Isn't it pretty?
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Gorgeous.
Thank you.
I love the
All right.
Well, in my culture tradition, we do what is called a posada. Posadas are held on each of the 9 nights leading up to Christmas, from December 16 to the 24th. The celebration begins with a procession in which the participants hold candles and sing Christmas carols. The procession will make its way into a particular home each night, where a special song is sung. Those outside of the home are asking for shelter to the family who's inside of the home. And they keep singing and asking for shelter until the person inside of the home opens the door and lets everyone in. Once everyone is inside the house, then the celebration begins.
All right.
And this was according to www.gomexico.about.com, which I accessed on July 9, 2015.
Very good. In Sweden, the family celebrates Santa Lucia Day, and she is a saint who brings food and light and hope to the families. In Sweden, in the 1800s, they had gone through famine. And so the legend has it that she was on a Viking ship that was coming out of the dark, and on December 13th, she arrived in Sweden dressed in white with a crown of candles on her head and brought light to the country. Sweden has 56 days of pure darkness, and so the tradition is that she will bring light to the Christmas season, which is a gift to the entire country. Our cultural traditions are a very interesting way to learn about our own heritages and that of our friends. I'm so glad that we can be discussing all of this. But here in America, we have so many people groups and have developed our own family traditions. In our family, one of our favorites is donating to a cause. Because we limit our grab bag spending to the $50, then we have other money to donate to other causes. This year we've donated to Compassion, and we sponsor a child in Africa. So in our family, it doesn't matter how much different people donate, that's just kind of kept a secret, but whoever has extra money, they can donate to the cause that we all agree on for that year. For several years, we've done Gospel for Asia, and that one is really interesting because you buy a goat or chickens for a family of a region that is considered untouchable. And so it would be like a small village, and it's a gift that just keeps on giving to that family. Well, according to TWA's 147 Shopping Days in Wall Street Journal, published on July 31st, 2009, and accessed July 8th, 2015, Christmas in July is a really good time for stores to empty their inventory so that they can get new inventory for the next year. So now we're back to the consumerism thought. And it always makes me glad that in our family that we have chosen, rather than spending the extra 6 months to buy extra gifts, that we are choosing a cause to give instead.
So cool. My family does something a little bit different. We do decorating Christmas cookies together. We make the cookies and then we get to decorate them all. We do it on Christmas Eve, and so it's like a time for all of us to like get together and hang out instead of doing presents, obviously. So we get to make them all, and then it kind of contributes to Christmas Day with all of our participants.
Invite is over.
You can all enjoy the good stuff.
Well, in my family, we always pray morning at mosque or at our house, and we also go visit our relatives.
Nice. Well, in our family, we actually get together around the table and we give thanks for what we had that year. Since in Mexico we don't celebrate Thanksgiving, we take that special time of the year and say thanks and what we're grateful for.
Oh, that's so good.
So let's finish up and with the celebration and start planning many more that are to come.
Oh, this is so
Sounds
much
good.
fun, guys. We should do
Sounds
this
good.
again.
Christmas in July. I'm starting to like the sound of it.
Yes.
So glad we could do this.
Ready to eat.
Let's enjoy some meatballs.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.